Let's discuss ecological pyramids. The trophic structure of an ecosystem is influenced by the size of its component organisms, their different metabolic rates, and the loss of energy at each transfer. These trophic relationships can be quantified and presented as pyramids. Thus, trophic structure and function is represented as ecological pyramids, with producers forming a base for successive tiers of consumers above them. There are three main types of ecological pyramids. We have the pyramid of numbers, where the numbers of organisms in an ecosystem is depicted in the pyramid form as shown. Practically, it is difficult to determine the actual number of individuals at each trophic level in a food web. Hence, a pyramid of numbers does not completely define the trophic structure of an ecosystem. However, it may define feeding relationships at a certain point in time. But this could be subject to change in a cyclic manner or permanently over time. Secondly, the size of organisms being counted in each trophic level could change or vary over time. Next, we have the pyramid of biomass. The pyramid of biomass is based on the total dry weight or caloric value of the total amount of living material in each trophic level. Most land ecosystems have a pyramid of biomass with a large base of primary production and smaller trophic levels above it, whereas in some aquatic ecosystems, the pyramid of biomass can have a small base with the consumer biomass exceeding the producer biomass. This is because the producers are tiny phytoplankton that grow and reproduce rapidly, hence driving production in the aquatic ecosystem. However, the zooplankton are much larger and collectively have more biomass than the phytoplankton that supports them. Next is the pyramid of energy. The pyramid of energy depicts the rate of energy flow and productivity at successive trophic levels. The energy is usually measured as energy per unit area per unit time. For example, in kilojoules per hectare per year. It illustrates the rate of energy flow through food webs. An energy pyramid is probably the most informative of the pyramids. The shape is almost always a true upright pyramid with a large energy base at the bottom. It is not skewed by overemphasis of variations in the size and metabolic rates of the individuals. It is always based on the determination of the actual amounts of energy that individuals take in, how much they burn up during metabolism, how much remains in their waste product, and how much they store in their body tissues. The primary productivity of every ecosystem is the rate at which producers fix energy in organic compounds. The actual amount of energy stored in any given time interval depends on the balance between energy acquired by photosynthesis and the energy used by the producers in aerobic respiration. It also depends on how much of the energy stored is not utilized by the consumers. Based on that, we have the gross primary productivity, which is the total rate of photosynthesis for the ecosystem. And we have the net primary productivity, which is the rate of energy storage in plant tissues in excess of the rate of respiration during the measured time interval.